So can you please share with us about Scotch College? So like when Scotch was founded, and what are the visions and characters that make Scotch different?
Thank you, Hua. I'd like first of all to back up what Martin said about the SACE. It is a system that I know well now as a school principal here, but I introduced the IB in my last school as well as doing A-levels when I was a headmaster in the UK. I love the SACE's flexibility. I love its rigor and its breadth. It has a very good variety of school-based and examination-based qualifications and tests. And I absolutely agree, it prepares well for university. I've sent 2 of my children back to the UK to university with the SACE, and they've coped and survived and thrived, in fact, because of their preparation through the SACE. So I can really recommend it as a father, as well as a school principal. As for Scotch, well, we were 100 years old in 2019, and that makes us one of the most, one of the oldest schools and most prestigious schools here in South Australia. We are in the hills of South Australia, just above the city. We have a wonderful view of the city and a high quality site with lots of greenery and lots of space for our children and our students to enjoy their education. But one metaphor I use about Scotch more than anything is it's a village. It's a way of life as a school. We don't just teach in classrooms. We also create other activities called co-curricular activities, not just sports and music and drama, but also other things that stimulate young people's minds so they can understand a bit more about the subjects they're studying and understand why they're studying them. So for example, we had an excellent medical conference here at the end of semester 1 in June, when we invited the 3 universities to come and display their best research and to talk to our students. What was unique about that event wasn't just the fact that schools don't tend to do those sorts of things, but also the fact that students ran the whole event. What's characteristic about Scotch is a trust and a bond between the students and the staff. Every school has a warmth and a sense of a community, of course it does, but we actually cooperate with our young people in how we organise significant events. So their academic work, which is rigorously taught in class, which is taught to a high standard, is combined with activities where they can expand their knowledge and be ready for the world outside. So we have politicians who come to speak at our school. We do events such as entrepreneurship. We have a huge international program with 7 other schools around the world, and we run conferences online with those other schools to learn about what they do. We also have a very strong service dimension in that students get involved in their local community. These are characteristics of a school which trusts its students and communicates well with them in order to enhance their learning and create a way of life in this extraordinary village.
Thank you, Dr. John. That's very impressive. And we also know that Scotch is very well known for its cultures and innovation. So could you please share with us a little bit more about the innovations approach in teaching and learning that has created a signature learning experience to Scotch students?
Yes, we have a number of signature learning experiences that go from the junior school to the senior school. We don't stick rigidly always to the timetable because we believe we can add value by doing different activities at different times. The Peace Game, for example, is one event that we set up in year 5 with very young students who are provided with stiff and difficult challenges about how to resolve world problems, and they play different roles in those tasks. It takes a whole week for them to achieve their assignments, but they gain an incredible sense of global awareness as well as working in teams to solve problems. In the senior school, we have what's called the Nine and Scotch program. What's also unique about Scotch is that we have a farm here. We have a farm, and we use that not just to teach agriculture, but also to teach nutrition and responsible use of the world's resources. That's linked to our physical and mental health programs, as well as our regard and our thrust towards service and global awareness. That's an innovation in the school, which is enabling our students to take their strong physical and mental well-being and spread that power across the planet, because well-being is at the heart of what we do. Hua. Well-being drives performance. It drives excellence. It drives engagement and purpose. It drives a sense of excitement. And Martin and I heard Martin talk about this recently, about the sense of school belonging, enhancing academic performance. No one told me at Manchester Grammar what I was studying for. I had to work that out for myself. We are very strong here in explaining to our young people what vocation and direction they can go in with their skills and what impact they can have. And that isn't just in terms of your standard sciences or maths areas, or engineering, or business. It's also in the creative subjects, which SACE does extraordinarily well. They have wonderful curricula and study areas that we can pursue in fashion and filmmaking and art and home economics and those sorts of things. All of the multi-billion-dollar industries around the world. So what we like to innovate in at Scotch is that richness, that direction, that excitement about learning, so they get better grades, they get better places at university, but they also have a sense of purpose and direction.